Hello, good evening. Depending the time you're watching me from, I'm Comrade Gift Fidelis. Today I want to talk about African political thinkers or philosophers. I would like to start with the history of Pan-Africanism that started or emerged around 1920 to 1940, where the group of intelligentsia of Pan-Africans have a meeting at Manchester in Manchester in the United States of America, where they share ideas on how to struggle for the independence and the unifications of Africa. Some political philosophers or thinkers were present there. African political philosophers like Osagyefo Francis Kwame Nkrumah, Kambarage Julius Nyerere of Tanganyika in present-day Tanzania, and also Dr. Nnamdi Benjamin Chukwuemeka Azikiwe of Nigeria. He was present, and history tells me that all of these political philosophers was present, and they come back to their various countries without the use of internet and spread the gospel of the unifications of Africa. They fight and struggle for the independence of their various countries. Like Nnamdi Azikiwe, he was a journalist. He wrote many books about the political development of Nigeria, the Renaissance, the African Renaissance. He wrote a lot of books, and I could remember he wrote about eclecticism. Eclecticism, it is a concept that was proposed by Nnamdi Chukwuemeka Benjamin Azikiwe. Eclecticism means selecting the best ideas among many theories that we have. You select the best ideas among those many theories. That was the meaning of eclecticism according to Chukwuemeka Azikiwe. I could remember vividly he struggled for the independence of Nigeria. He was one of the proponents that made Nigeria to gain its own independence in 1960. And I could remember vividly in Ghana, Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah was also the proponent that he challenged and fight the Western powers in order to have the independence of Ghana. And also, I could remember in his speech, he says that the independence of Ghana is meaningless until it is linked with the total liberation of Africa. So we have African peoples like Ibn Khaldiums. Ibn Khaldium, he proposed a concept of what we call negritude. And I so much believe with the concept of negritude. Negritude uh, is still a question that it needs to be asked even in our 21st century. The concept of negritude means celebrating the black people culture, the African culture, values, and identity. He kicked against the assimilation by the Western people, and he also it bitters Edward Blandings when he see African trying to speak like the European people, like the Western people. When Africans they like to dress like the Western people, and also the assimilations of even changing the way we dress, our culture, everything. The Western people project to the black people as if they are evil. Ibn Khaldun fought against that one. That is why we have the formation of negritude. Negritude means we should celebrate our own culture, we should celebrate our own identity, we should celebrate our own tradition, and not just to celebrate them. The good news about Ibn Khaldun, he says that we should preserve those culture. That is what I was interested much more about the philosophy of Edward Blandings. And also there was a critics of religion by Edward Blandings. I don't want to talk much on the religion philosophy by Edward Blandings because there are some religious bigots that when I start discussing about the religious philosophy that was proposed or make the critical uh, criticisms of religion by Edward. Some religious bigots may think that I am kicking against the doctrine of their religion. I won't talk much about the religion philosophy of Ibn Khaldun. Maybe in the next edition, I will talk about the religion philosophy. Thank you for watching.